Right now, analytics is something that people do. I want analytics to be something that happens, that I don't think about. So I've been in the US for the last 20 years, and I'm sort of the quintessential startup story. Startups, I know that startups are a huge rage in India now, so everyone knows startups. But 15, 20 years ago, startups was considered to be a risky thing to do, right? But for me, I never felt that startups are risky because at, at best you learn and then you fail. That's what startups do. Did a lot of companies that didn't go anywhere, so kind of like failures. I remember those failures a lot more than the success sometimes. If you want any sort of change to stick, it has to have a meaningful impact in the consumer's life. Okay, consumers want to say, "Look, I don't like status quo. I want to do something different," and that's when systemic changes happen in technology stack that enables it. Often people think that you can somehow build technology and consumer behavior will change. There are exceptions, but most often it is the other way. Last 5 years, cloud enabled data to become accessible for everyone. And that created opportunities for companies to build services that deliver bespoke actions for every consumer. And I think that is a massive opportunity, that's a massive shift, and it's just beginning. Think about cloud. People think of the journey that started somewhere in the early 2005, 2006 timeframe with respect to how computing and infrastructure moved to cloud. It took a while, in the early 2010s when things became really taken off. So when you think of cloud, it is easy to think that it's somewhat mature technology. And it is true with respect to infrastructure, cloud has matured. But data moving to cloud in its all potential is a very new thing. It's pretty nascent in the sense that we are still in the early innings of what is possible. Speed with which companies are actually getting killed is, we have never seen that before. And that is because companies assume that the past will take them to the future. And that's not going to happen. If you want to go to the future, you have to transform, which means that it starts with people. And often what happens are the leaders of the companies who are resisting change. Leaders who believe that their job is to have an army of people as opposed to deliver better services. Status quo thinking, old school thinking will drive your company off your cliff. There is no question about this. So that's where you start. Second, bring experience and innovative energy. And they are not mutually exclusive. What I mean by that is sometimes there is a way for us to think that, oh, you got to bring young people from schools if you want to do amazing things. And that's basically undeserving of what experience can do. Some of the best people that I know who are constantly thinking of innovation are in their 60s. There is no age to people who can innovate. It's being a constant student of the business. That's the most important thing. So to me, start with the leaders and culture, then bring experience and energy and youth together, and then refresh your tech stack with absolute courage. If you do those three things, I think that any company can transform for the future. AI has a lot of noise around it, so it is easy to overindulge, but at the same time, it is easy to write it off. I believe both are mistakes. There are use cases where AI, with respect to at least in the domain of data, there are real use cases. Oftentimes in the world of AI, we make a mistake that AI is in competition with human knowledge. I don't think that's the case. AI is a partner to the knowledge that humans bring. And I think there is no competition with respect to how much we can do here versus what the AI can do. What ThoughtSpot did from the very beginning is build live analytics. In the last couple of years, we have fundamentally changed the company to do the live analytics on cloud data platform. So what happens is it became more relevant than ever before, because as data starts constantly moving, analytics becomes so live that business users have no tax on curiosity. So I can start anywhere and then find my journey, take me wherever I want, because there is no middle person in between. I don't have someone who's telling me, okay, tell me which dashboard you want, I'm going to give it to you. I'm asking questions, I'm getting answers, I'm interacting, I'm creating live boards. My AI is helping me in the back end without me knowing about it, thinking about it. This is the future. And in this space, there is no one who's able to do that today other than ThoughtSpot. However, we are competing for the same dollars that Microsoft is going with Power BI, Salesforce is going with Tableau, Looker with Google. So it's a mature space. There's a lot of competition out there, but we find our ability to differentiate our product to be compelling, and that's the reason why the business is doing well. So I want analytics to be infused, so it becomes invisible. And it is an invisible hand that guides your business, your people, to provide better experience for your customers. That means that analytics needs to come out of analytics tools and happen wherever you are. Our vision at ThoughtSpot is that we believe more analytics will happen outside of ThoughtSpot than inside. We want to compute the insights that you're looking for and deliver it to where you are. We don't want you to come to us. We want to deliver, just like Zomato delivers your food. Analytics insights should come to your app. You should not be coming to us. COVID changed a lot. COVID changed all of us. The most foundational thing that we all learned about COVID is that we are all same, right? For 2 years, we were all sitting and sharing at Zooms. Kids are, no matter California or Belgium or Bangalore, we are all sitting and looking at doing the same thing. And it is important for us to not forget the lessons of COVID. People are important. We are all same. We all have the same needs. And the second lesson is that talent is distributed everywhere. Opportunities are not. So let's not confuse that opportunity is talent. There is no reason why Bangalore or Silicon Valley in California are the only places where you'll find smart people. It is that the opportunities were not present. In the last 2.5 years, post-COVID, I think we have now figured out how to find the best people wherever they are and bring them to productivity. So that's a foundational thesis that I don't want to change about ThoughtSpot. We were not a company that was built with that kind of mindset. We were mostly, we have a headquarters in California, then there is a big hub in Bangalore. That's how we were. And COVID changed us. People were going to Indore or Ahmedabad and working, and that's fine. So now that COVID is over, we will have centers where people, younger people sometimes want to learn from each other. They want to have that energy. So places like Bangalore and Hyderabad and now new Trivandrum, we will have places for people to join. But we will continue to be a distributed company. So that's the first change. The second thing is, we want to deliver the best opportunities, the most complex problems for people to work, wherever they are. It's not that, people come to India to reduce cost, people come to India to do back office work. That's 1990s. Today, you find the best engineers, the best talent, best energy here. And I want to make sure that ThoughtSpot is providing that, because the best way to retain the people is to provide them challenging problems and build a good culture. To me, that's what is important, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing. So we want to keep investing, but not just in these centers, but wherever people are, and then keep giving them the opportunities to learn, earn, and grow.